Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me for lunchtime or whenever you're going to get this. Is it time to let go? Is it time to say goodbye? Is it time to shift? Perhaps it's a relationship, a job change, and I want you to think about that. You're going to be with me here for the next 5 minutes, plus or minus. Let me share this with you. Technical difficulties, but we will persist as we always do. Here we go. All right. Well, we're going to come back to this as it processes. But in the meantime, I want you to think what it is that you are holding on to. What is it that has come up? Because this is a season of change. I want to keep this theme going today, this week, this month. And what's beautiful is that every time you walk outside, every time you look up and you see the trees start to change. Perhaps it's a reminder. But why is letting go so difficult? Let's talk about that for a moment. And I know some of you are going to be chatting. Joe, welcome from LinkedIn. Hello, TJ from YouTube. All right, let's just be real here today. Your nervous system is wired for certainty, predictability. And letting go is paradoxical. Letting go, your psyche, your ego wants to hold on to something. Perhaps that's true for you. Or it could be that there's something beneath the surface that you're not aware of, that you don't even know is holding you back. For many, many years, I had low self-esteem. Not many people knew that. But it held me back at critical moments. You can't hide from the work that you need to do. Relationships would fail. My potential would get thwarted by the voice in my head that was connected to that part of myself that said, you are not worthy of that. And that belief needed to be held up. It's that self concept that lingers. Let me see if I can get this thing to work here. I'm having a little technical difficulty, but I think we can make this work because I want to share something with you today. And I want you really, the best thing that can happen here, it's not so much that I'm here to impress you with what I know. I think the best thing that can happen for you is that you start to just look at it. You start to go, what is it that is holding me back? What is it that I need to let go of? And rather than like figuring out, you got to figure it all out in this moment, focus on it. Get your journal out, maybe. Get your journal and just start to write down what comes to mind. And I do have something I can share with you. I wrote this yesterday. This is even see, everything works out when you, that's why I don't get freaked out when this technology stuff happens, because whatever's not working out, something is going to work out. So let me read this to you. This is something that I wrote yesterday. I sit calmly on my bench in the middle of my favorite wood. The pond is slightly visible through the ever-changing green. September is aging Summer is preparing to exit as autumn patiently waits to display her powerful force of change. Colors in my sight, vibing high, browns, yellows, reds, and oranges are now noticeable. I look up. The leaves wiggle as a soft breeze moves through. I get lost in the scene. No past or future for a fleeting moment, but suddenly a past moment interrupts my scene. A discomfort seeks to roost. The images flash in my mind. My emotions seem to follow in sync. Another moment, a leaf falling breaks my stream of thoughts. Seems to fall in slow motion. The tree from which it fell, no longer attached, cuts off the source supply. The leaf has no choice but to let go and succumb to its fate. Now it passes through my vision, bearing a message. It's time to let go. I feel the essence of this moment. The message received more clear than any media could ever deliver. Let go. Let go now. The source no longer flows. The leaf will now become nutrients for the soil to complete the cycle. Even in loss, benefits abide. The soil receives the leaf with open arms. I lay witness with my entire being. It's time to let go. It's time to let go. But letting go can be a difficult proposition, can it? TJ, thanks for being here today. I'm not seeing anything in the YouTube chat. Not sure why. It's all good. And I do want to share this other piece with you before we close out. But what's most important for you, at least I believe, if you clicked on this, letting go. What is it that could be holding you back? And I'm going to try this again. I want to play this for you because this is a poem that I wrote. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think this will work. Nope, it's not going to work. All right, well, I owe you that. I'm going to come back and share that. So perhaps you can, if you want to type something in the chat, perhaps you just want to get a journal. Perhaps you want to take the remainder of your lunchtime and write down what no longer serves you. And there's a key word. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate it. I wish I could share the poem with you, but for some reason, it's not coming up. Let me try something else. The key word that came up for me was alignment. And this may serve you because instead of you struggling with why am I not letting go, this might serve you greater than anything because this is what came up with me. I had a couple things happen and I was in my head and I was caught in the narrative. I got something for you. This may seem casual to you, but I don't care. I'm going to read it to you anyway. I was caught in the narrative in my head. Perhaps you are caught in the narrative in your head. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. I'm glad you jumped on here, Joe. Now I have the capacity to go to LinkedIn, so I'm going to be popping into LinkedIn from time to time. And it's important to note that I'm right now in my life, I'm passionate about producing poetry that's going to touch your heart and soul. However, I'm still for hire. I am taking certain clients. I've worked with multimillionaires and couples on the verge of divorce and anywhere in between. So I will be taking on clients selectively as I write this next book. And then I'm also promoting Flashpoint, which is manifesting the moment of your big breakthrough. That book is written for entrepreneurs and solopreneurs and side hustlers. However, I've been told it's sparked healing for people, and not even reading the whole book, just parts of the book. And I believe it will touch you. But let me share this with you. This, in lieu of not getting this other poem, which I'm going to hang in there. I'm going to try one more time if I can get this to you. I will, because I really want you to see this. But in the meantime, I'm going to share something else with you that I think will help you. All right, this I read this earlier today. This is wow. This is wow. Okay, so let me share this with you. Leave your tricks and schemes behind. Go mad with love, like a moth hungry for light. Be a stranger to yourself. Wreck the house you call self. Wake up in love's house. Live with lovers. Be a lover. Why lie in a grave, fearing judgment, hands idle? You have a role at this feast. Rise up. Open your arms a haven. Grudges and spite weigh on the heart. Let 7 streams of water wash them away. Make room for love's wine. Be its cup. Thoughts stray and drag you with them. Heart leap over your head. Arrive before you know it. You're not a rook bound to 2 directions. You're not a pawn, a crooked queen, or a short-sighted king. Be a mirror of your beloved. Rather reflect what you adore. Once mineral, then animal, now blessed with a soul, be love. Preacher, how long will you rant? Door to door, roof to roof, give your jaw a rest. Be silence. So this is a deep dive. It's obviously talking about love, but this is by Rumi, the great poet Rumi. But what I love in here, why lie in a grave, fearing judgment, hands idle? You have a role at this feast. Rise up, open your arms a haven. Grudges and spite weigh on the heart. Let 7 streams of water wash them over. Make room. Make room. In other words, let go of the fear of this fear of judgment, right? Why lie in a grave fearing judgment, hands idle? You have a role at this feast called life. You rise up into that. Open your arms, a haven. In other words, be yourself. Rise above fear of judgment, of what other people are going to think. Step into who you are. Let go of the ideology that your ego has created, the standard that you're supposed to live up to. While it may have served you in chapter 1, it will drag you down in chapter 2. There is more than one chapter to your life, but you need to pick up the pen and begin to write it, create it anew. And grudges and spite may weigh heavy on your heart. Let them wash away. Heart, jump over the head, as it says in the poem. Heart, jump over the head. Make room for love's wine. And a better way, make room for what's next in your life. Are you willing? Are you ready to let go on this Friday, September 15th, the day that Muhammad Ali won his third championship. And let me just, this is a great way to close because I shared this morning. And that is, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest there ever was and ever will be. Muhammad Ali was known for his mouth. And people thought he was a arrogant, cocky, and while some of that may be true, the ego kicks in. But what I want to share with you is that what he said, think about it, the words you speak over yourself, the words you speak can become your reality. And Muhammad Ali kept telling himself, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. So as we close or get ready to close out here, what are you saying to yourself on this day? Are you reminding yourself of all your failures? Are you reminding yourself of all the reasons why it won't go right? Perhaps you can write a new declaration today. And every time you feel down, every time you get pissed, every time the mind wanders, observe it and then go right back to your declaration. So what do you need to let go? I'm giving you homework as we go. What do you need to let go of? And what new declaration can you put up there? And as promised, we're going to do this again. I knew I was going to get this done. Okay. All right, here we go.
Past.
I return to the river, hoping to find a change in current, somehow divine. Like the 1,000 times I visited prior, the river only knows one desire. Flowing to the ocean, oh future destination, it cannot delay, no hesitation. I look over this ceaseless churning, past dissolving, my soul still yearning. I depart once again with my heart burning. I hope you got something from this today. Feel free to message me. I want to give you a couple connection points that you can stay connected. You can obviously just jump on the social media, follow along. I'm here. I'm very consistent about being out in front of you. So let me put that up here. You can go to the website. There's quick links there for all the social media. You can book a call with me, book a chat. And the other thing I want to let you know, and it's going on the bottom of the screen here, austinjhaynes.com. austinjhaynes.com. It's a new website I'm building out, so you're free to go there. And then the other thing I want to let you know, if you're into this, if you want to be a part of this poetic, I'm calling it Poetic Inspirational Experience. It's a book coming out. I got 3 poetry events this weekend, so I'm getting in front of audiences and sharing a little bit about my story, sharing some of the poetry just like we're doing here. And that is growing. So if you want to be a part of that, I'm building a mailing list for that. Let me put that up on the screen here for you. There's a QR code. You can scan it or just go to seedsofinfinitude.com. That's the name of the book, seedsofinfinitude.com. Here you go. There's a quick opt-in, your name, your email. It'll get you on the list. I'll have a full itinerary. You can follow along. All the speaking engagements I have coming up, that'll be available as well. And listen, the whole point here is that you get something for your journey. That's what this is. So I want to thank you for being here today on this Friday. And for me, it's time to get outside. It's time to keep the message going. And for you, what are you willing to let go of? And what needs to be what do you need to let go of? What do you want to let go of? And what's your new declaration? Your nervous system is wired to not let go, remember? So it's paradoxical. So that's where you need to embrace the uncertainty and the discomfort. Embrace it. Breathe through it. Let the new come through. Write that new declaration down. And every time your mind wanders or your emotion wander, let them wander. You don't have to react. You can pause and move into your new declaration and just let it take root. All great things take time. Let it take the time it needs to germinate, grow, manifest, and come to fruition. My name is Austin J. Haynes. Thanks for being here today, everyone. Have a great day.